Well, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to the Ray White Canberra Online Auctions. My name is Troy Reddick, a licensed auctioneer and proudly representing the Ray White team this evening for the auction of 76 Shoobridge circuit here in Dunlop. On behalf of Jake Battinelli, Dominic McNamara, a very warm welcome to those of you who've just tuned in to watch, but particularly warm welcome to those of you who've registered. I appreciate your patience. Our late start was just making sure that everyone's had their chance to get their registrations in and of course buy this absolutely beautiful home. If you're looking to upgrade your accommodation, perhaps you're currently outgrown your 3-bedroom home, you're looking for something a little bit more spacious, there's no question that you'd love the offering here this evening. 4 bedrooms, 3 separate living areas, double garage, in the heart of Dunlop, one of those friendly suburbs ideally located for kids, with many bike paths, parks, playgrounds and great schools nearby. I wish all of our bidders best of luck with their bidding today. Before I do call for bids though, there are some formalities that I must get through, and the first of those is the contract of sale. Buyers, it has been made available right throughout the campaign, so by you registering to bid today, I'm assuming that you've read the contract, you've asked your necessary questions, and of course the contract is unconditional in nature today. For that reason, I will go through the important details, not the whole contract, but I would love our buyers to bid with absolute confidence today. The home we are selling has been described as Block 2, Section 129. It's in the subdivision of Dunlop, but we know it as 76 Shoobridge Circuit. Marketing agents, as mentioned, Ray White Real Estate, with Jake and Dominic both on hand this evening to assist our buyer and seller, hopefully reach a happy deal. The contract has described the home as a vacant possession sale. There's only 30 days to wait until settlement, unless there's been a 45 days. Jake's just updating me there. It's a 45-day settlement available, so plenty of time to get your finance finalised and the bags packed to move in. In essence, buyers, that is the contract of sale. It is simple, it is concise. It should only encourage you into the bidding. The ACT auction conditions are in play here today as well. They do form part of the contract. One of the things that they state, buyers, is that as the auctioneer this evening, I am entitled to place one bid on behalf of the seller. If I choose to place that bid, I will clearly announce that to everyone as a vendor's bid. I do have the right to decide how far we advance the bidding by. Of course, my vendor will be on the phone today. I may refer your bid to them for clear instructions before we do drop the hammer. For me, that's pretty much it. Buyers, you've been assigned a Ray White representative. You've been assigned a bidding number as well. Hope that bidding number is lucky for you. We will clearly confirm every single bid that you do make on the property. And please keep in mind with today's auction, as with all ACT auctions, it is unconditional in nature. What that means on the fall of the hammer, the home is yours. You'll be asked to sign the contract, or the contract is signed on your behalf. The deposit is payable immediately on the fall of the hammer today, and that deposit amount shall be 10% of the purchase price, again, unless you've negotiated otherwise. Wouldn't it be nice to know, though, at the conclusion of the auction today, your search is done, particularly if you've been looking for a quality single-level family home, perhaps to raise your children in. If you're looking for a nice, quiet suburb where there's great parks, there's great ponds, there's playgrounds, there's bike paths, and of course, you've got such easy access to major facility, a great choice of shops out there, whether it's the local Woolworths, whether it's the Charnwood Shopping Centre, Kippax Fair, all within a couple of minutes of where this home is located. Bringing you back to the property, set on all one level. Again, it's ideally suited for families. Everyone gets their own space, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, separate living areas, and all of it in immaculate condition, allowing our buyers the superb opportunity to simply move in and enjoy. Best news of all, buyers, the owner's expectations are super realistic. They'd love to see a sold sticker go on. So I am now going to pass over to you, our buyers, and offer to the market 76 Shoobridge Circuit in Dunlop. Who'd like to start my way, buyers, and where do we start now? I understand that no one ever likes to go first, do they? But I'm happy to be patient, need somewhere to start now. Superb home, quiet street. I know it's got great neighbours there as well. And for those of you who are looking at a safe place to raise the kids, I know there's lots of other kids who ride their bikes around this area, enjoying the parks and the playgrounds. Plenty of extras here as well with a double lock-up garage. It's got ducted heating, which is absolutely essential, Dom, in these cold evenings. As the weather gets warm though, you'll appreciate the evaporative cooling, and of course, beautiful swimming pool as well, which would be the absolute entertainment hub, I'd imagine. And from what I'm told is the current owners have enjoyed many parties around that swimming pool, and as the weather warms up, no doubt your family would as well. It's always the top of the thing on the kids' shopping list is to have a swimming pool. I know when I was a kid it was. We just dug a hole in the ground and that was our in-ground swimming pool. The one that we're selling today at Shoobridge Circuit, obviously much higher quality and better suited to the young kids than that. Still waiting for our opening bid buyers, and I do understand it's a big decision, but nothing to be nervous or worried about when you're buying in the suburb of Dunlop. Not only does a lifestyle of convenient await our one lucky buyer today, but does have a history of great capital growth. If you chose ever to rent the home out, you could expect excellent rental returns. And I'm very, very confident in the long term you'll see property prices increase steadily in this suburb. Expected a Mexican wave of hands in the air for the opening bid on this style of property. I am being patient though, and I know that I can see Jake Batnelli pacing backwards and forwards as he does so often, doing his best to convince our buyer of what a wonderful opportunity they've been presented with here this evening. If you have been shopping around for a long time, I know how tedious it can be, particularly with the new regulations, perhaps one buy through an open home at a time. They're now allowing 10. We're still maintaining social distance. It's harder and harder to get through as many properties as what it used to be. Imagine making this the last one that you ever had to view. In only 45 days from the drop of the hammer buyers, you can unpack, move in, enjoy. Perhaps if you're currently renting your own home, it'd be nice to take that step on the property ladder from being a tenant to being a landowner, a home owner. No more property inspections, no more property managers. Not that they're a bad thing, we've got some of the best property managers here.
615.
At 615,000, ladies and gentlemen, we have an opening bid now, and Jake, thank you very much for that. At 615,000, we are away. Guys, I can't see a wave of hands here in the air. It's possible that there's only the one here registered, and buyer, I must let you know that you'll probably never have a better opportunity to secure your home if you are the only one registered. I do understand that homes that aren't sold at auction in the current environment are selling very, very quickly after auction as well. And when you consider everything that this home has on offer, the location of this property as well, if for any reason it is not sold tonight, I would not expect it to be on the market too long. Team's going to be working hard though, and at 615,000, it looks like the buy of the year at that price, I'd suggest, Dom. 450 square metre block, 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, double garage, in-ground swimming pool. Anything under 7, I would think, is a great buy. But we'll keep working, we'll keep being patient. Bids at 615,000, so where do we go from here? You're suggesting at least another 20 on top to 35, around at a 50 now, you say. Bids at 615,000. Of course, I need to see an increase there. Can't sell at that price. Now at 615 is the bid, and the bid's with bidder number 1. At 615,000, where do we go now? Is it 25 or 35? See the team pacing backwards and forwards here. I wonder if they go through so many pairs of shoes. Seems to be R.N. Williams boots are the choice here this evening for our agents. Probably because they're the most hard-wearing boot that there is. The way that they get around working as hard as they do for both their buyers and their sellers doesn't surprise me. For those of you who are in the market, of course, the Ray White team have got many other homes on the market. I challenge you to find one better than what we've got right here, right now at 76 Shoobridge Circuit. For those of you looking for apartments, looking for grand properties, we've got them all available at this moment. Also got a great in-house mortgage broking team. If you haven't quite had your finance approved yet, you should talk to the loan market team, who are keeping me informed that some of the best deals they've ever seen are available right now. Interest rates in the very low 2%. So whether you're looking to take out your first mortgage, whether you're paying a little bit too much with your current lender, you really should come in and see the loan market team with Natish and Tegan. We can certainly get you good deals at the moment. Around 2.2, 2.3% Tegan, I believe, would be a fair interest rate to be paying at the moment. Any more than that, you definitely need to come in and talk to us. It's also made buying your next home so much more affordable as well. Many people upgrading their accommodation, finding that the increase in mortgage is only adding a tiny bit to their monthly mortgage repayments. But if I'm going to say a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom home to a stunning 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom in-ground pool home like the one we've got on offer now, makes good lifestyle sense to me. Jake, where are we at 615,000?
That's a vendor bid of 630,000.
Thank you so much. My instructions are loud and clear, and I appreciate that. I do have the right to place a bid on behalf of the seller. I am going to place that bid now at 630,000 buyers. Bids on me. Vendor bid here at 630,000. Must be north of that now to be considered. Now, one registered buyer suggests perhaps the next bid at 640,000. On me at 630 on the vendor bid, and again, seems like outstanding value to me, and it shows the owner's motivation to see the result in the current climate. 630,000 is the bid. Where do we go, Jake? Another 5 or 10 or 15 more, you say?
All right, well, I'll come along nonetheless.
Challenge you to find better value. If you've been watching the market, if you've seen what's on offer there, you will not replicate the size of this home, the quality of this home, the location of this home, anything like the price that we're talking about at 630,000. Encourage you back in now, even for another 5,000. Promise you, you're not paying too much. You may well look back on this time in the next 6 months, 12 months' time and say, geez, that was the time to buy, wasn't it? I wish I had have jumped in at such a realistic price. At 630,000 is the bids live now on the vendor bid at 630,000 buyers. I'll call it now if I need to. First call today at 630,000. Dom, second call. If I can get some crystal clear instructions, because for the third and final time, at 630,000, ladies and gentlemen, are we in or out? Need some very, very clear instructions there, Dom.
You happy? Okay.
Of course, I don't want you walking away saying, geez, I wasn't given a
Alright,
chance,
that's
not enough time to have a think about it. We'll need to see something north of that. If there's not, we'll pass the home in, and buyers who will come onto the market, I believe, with a red hot price. From my experience as an auctioneer and an agent, homes of this quality do not stay on the market too long, particularly when they're being handled by Jake and Dom, our super team out there in the suburb of Dunlop. I do understand there's a number of you probably tuned in today to watch, actually probably hoping it gets passed in because maybe not quite ready for the sale, and hoping that you do have opportunities by private treaty. My instructions are, ladies and gentlemen, at 630,000 on the vendor bid, we will pass it in, continue negotiations privately. If you're one of those buyers though who have been through the home, perhaps you've just stumbled across it today and would like to see the home, the details for our agents are up there on the screen. Please make contact with them. As I've already said, that well-priced homes in this sort of location are selling very, very quickly. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes all of our sales here this afternoon. I do appreciate you tuning in, whether it's just been tonight or earlier on, where you've seen some great sales there, particularly our sale in Casey with 48 Liz O'Neill Street in Casey, selling 10 registered bidders, well above the reserve price. We are going to finish up now. Have a great evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope to see you at the weekend exhibitions. Have a great night.